Hey guys, Zach here with Mountain Dog Companion, and I'm hanging out with Angie from Omega Star Pup Academy, and we're with our Bernese Mountain Dog puppies here, guys, and I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful group here. This is Roxi and Benny's litter, and absolutely phenomenal, guys. I know I mentioned that already, but just doing absolutely awesome. Angie's got one of the females, I believe, in her arms here, or is that a male?
That's a male.
That's a male, okay.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
yeah, we're gonna kind of show these pups off to you guys a little bit. Angie's gonna talk about some of the education that they're going through and everything. And maybe we'll start off with that, Angie.
Sure.
I know you guys were, doing your education this week. Mom was in there with you guys, and yeah, I just want to hear kind of about that story and yeah, how it went this week, I guess, as far as the education.
Yep, so they are 14 days today, right?
Yes.
14 days. And that means that they're getting their early neurological stimulation. So that was done this morning. And they also do their scent smells. And yesterday, when we were doing their sniff tins, if the mother is comfortable with us working in around her puppies, she's allowed to be part of the whole process. And Roxy's phenomenal. She was just all engaged. She was very comfortable, snuggled up against us. And as we were doing the scent work, all of a sudden I looked over and I was like, what's she doing? I had set the tin down and she was sniffing it, and then the lid was right beside it. And she went over and got the lid and brought it to me. And I was like, oh my word. Like, it was just, like, we talk about raising puppies and we talk about curriculum work and we talk about like the difference it makes in a puppy. But the beauty of it, alongside of like when I get to work with all these little pups or when our breeders are doing the work, it's really the connection between the female and their puppies. And it's a lot like women nurturing babies. We get to do it. I just think it's such a wonderful process because we get to do it alongside of our mothers. And together, like I always say, we're there to help. Obviously, we're the human brains, right? Helping these mothers create such an amazing experience for these puppies to grow from. Roxy's phenomenal, very gentle, very tender, very like soft in her approach. I believe strongly in a female's tenderness to raising puppies. Just how she interacts with them, how she creates that environment. Like I like to call it the nursery space. I could call it the crib space, I guess, but I like nursery better. The nursery space, how they get to be molded in that experience. And so these little ones, I see the eyes are open on this little pup. That means that the ears are coming right after that. And then they'll start their sound therapy. So they're going to finish out ENS and scent the next couple of days. They go into a little resting period. And then week 3, we start their habitation sounds. And then also their puppy massages. So they're doing excellent. Awesome. Yeah, the eyes are open. It's one of my favorite stages right in here, like 2 to 3 weeks. They're soft. You can hold them like this, which I should mention that the handling at this point, we are handling them, we are inspecting them, but it's minimal. We don't want a whole puppy party because the puppies really need to be resting. Resting is a time of growth. And they're still developing. The eyes are just opening. They're just coming out of that pod stage. And we need to make sure that we create an environment that's healthy for them. You can see that they're doing really well. Like usually at this point at 2 weeks when they become side sleepers like this, that means they're just cruising. They're comfortable. Obviously they're in a soft little blanket. Mama obviously has them well fed because often when you hit blankets like this that are soft, they'll root looking to nurse because it feels like mom's texture and they're very comfortable. So she's doing an excellent job.
So this one here was just kind of nibbling on my finger.
Yeah.
Was he thinking I'm mom?
Well, you just probably put your finger by its mouth.
I wasn't sure.
Do you have anything coming out of your finger?
I don't. No, I don't. I just didn't know. Maybe she thought.
So actually it's a really good point. As they crest into 3 weeks, they explore with their mouths. So the mouth is their window, I guess, to the world, if that makes sense. Like they're going to express everything with their mouths. So they're going to chew with their mouths. They're going to play with their mouths. The next stage in 3 weeks is mouth to mouth, puppy mouth to mouth interaction. That's the very first step of socialization. So it's kind of interesting they mentioned that because when they're smaller, like 0 to 2 weeks, I don't know that they do that often. Although I don't often put my fingers in front of their mouth because I don't know how clean my finger is. You know, babies, you don't pick the nippy off the floor and stick it in their mouth.
Yeah.
5-second rule, I guess. But anyhow, a little similar with that. But that actually, the mouthing is a part of stage 3, which they're going to head right into here real shortly.
Very cool, very cool. So went through the scent training and handling this week. I appreciate you sharing kind of, you know, that's one question that we get sometimes is like, you know, temperaments of mom, temperaments of dad. And you obviously got to experience that with Roxy. Very sweet, very tender, taking great care of her puppies. And
She's great. And it's somewhat of a theory of mine, but I believe that the mother has the highest impact in temperament because that is the environment that's molded and shaped. So I guess the women get a little bit more power in that area, huh? What do you think about that?
That's all right. I'm fine with that.
That was a strong statement.
Well, she's a great mom. So
she is
that's
a
why
great
I
mom.
wanted to bring that up and touch on it.
Yep. Oh, we got the rooting starting.
Yep. He's going in the blanket.
Yep. So I've talked a lot about their little education piece that they're in right now. What is your favorite piece about the genetic side of it and the parent combination here?
Yep, absolutely. And like Angie said, or we mentioned in the video, these guys are just around 14 days old, or they are 14 days old. And I mean, kind of want to show a couple of these puppies here. Like this is one of the males here. I mean, just a stunning male as far as size and structure goes. Both parents are OFA tested and genetically cleared, so just kind of adding that in there, I'm pretty pumped up about that. Obviously, it's something that we take, very serious. So love that about the parents. And then just Benny, like Benny's a big boy. Kind of talked about mom and her personality, but Benny's a big boy, 125 pounds directly imported from Hungary. So an absolutely phenomenal combination. And I guess, it's really cool in my opinion to have a imported male in this litter. You guys can see kind of the head on this guy here, kind of picked him out specifically, but all the males kind of have, or the puppies in general, but the males kind of have that nice, bigger, blockier head. We're going to get that in these puppies. We've had this combination of parents before and just phenomenal group of parents, and just the puppies they produce are just very, very
just
nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
Did we tell them how many males and females there are?
I don't think we did. There's four males and 2 females.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're looking for a male or a female, but male specifically, I mean, great litter. You guys can see already 2 weeks old, very nice size and structure here. So, I mean, just beautiful.
I think the biggest piece to this is that when you have a strong foundational level from genetics, so OFA cleared, OFA or genetically cleared adults, and then you marry it with education, 100%. It's just a really perfect marriage.
It is.
That's a good thing.
Exactly. And like we're shooting for the best of the best. Just being honest with you guys. I mean, we want to be the best for our puppies and
very intentional with how we raise them.
Yep.
Very intentional. Like attention to detail is a life thing for me, and so being very attentive to them and intentional with how like our breeders have the genetic piece. They have the adults and males genetic tested and the OFA clearances. They all do all that hard work to get it to this point where I get to do the education piece. And I just think the combination it's truly a perfect marriage. Yep.
And can you touch real quick on the intentionality of it?
Sure.
What exactly does that mean?
So every puppy in the litter gets to go through the curriculum at the stages it needs to go through, and it's moved through, like it's guided and it's molded and guided through that curriculum. There's also another piece to it. Being part of a megastar is a privilege. I have high standards. I have high expectations. I expect that the work is going to be done, and so therefore we have charting in place for documentation to take place, making sure that the puppies are getting what we're expecting them to go through, so that every megastar puppy has the same opportunity. That's what it's about. And then the litter as a whole gets graded. So we call them pup stones or milestones, but the litter gets graded on eye connection, on sound response, on touching, just so that we can make sure that every puppy has a foundation. So I say every puppy gets the same opportunity. They've all gotten a choice in education, and then the world is theirs to go conquer. So you can find confidence in knowing that if you partner with an Omega Star puppy, they've gone through an education that is structured and is evaluated.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's the intentionality of it.
It is
And
very
I
intentional.
like the pup stones.
I know, I like that too.
Pretty cool. So
Soft, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. Again, this is Angie with Omega Star Pup Academy. Obviously, Zach with Mountain Dog Companion. And yeah, we're with Roxy and Benny's litter. Super excited about these pups. Kind of talked about why and everything. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in today and checking out our video. And we'll see you next time.